First off, we're giving all praises, glory, and honor to the Heavenly Father Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai.
Turner is warning America that ISIS terrorists have infiltrated the United States and are plotting attacks on Americans right now. Oh my God! Really? We need to go to war with Iran right now because clearly Iran's behind all of it. So we need to go to war right now. This is exactly what the Uniparty wants. So they are behind without the cameras.
Right, and at this moment, they're in that constant state of wars with these people, wars with those people, and we just got to remember that Yahweh Shai reminded us and gave us warning. I'm gonna get that real quick in Matthew chapter 24. Yahweh Shai gave us warning of the signs of when he will return. Right, this is the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right, so that will be marked as the beginning, the first part, the starting, right? I just want you to sit back and listen just for a few minutes in this video about the plans to maintain this country, continue this country going on. But with all the wickedness that is done here, there is no healing for this country. I'm going to get that real quick. It's the same as the original Babylon. In Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 8. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so, but she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto the heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Right? The Lord have brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord our God. So just as the original Babylon, this Babylon will deal the exact same way. Right? Babylon will fall. There will be no way to heal Babylon because it is prophesied that the Lord will cast down this wicked nation and the wicked things that they've done to the Lord's righteous, the Lord's chosen. And if it isn't of the Most High, it's not going to work out. Right? So the Most High is stirring up the wars and the rumors of the wars. And all I'm here to do is to give you a warning. Let's continue on with the video.
Republicans and Democrats, the neocons, all shaking hands, all excited about trying to push us into this war right now with this narrative about ISIS and Al-Qaeda terrorists. Of course, totally forgetting the fact that we created ISIS, that we fund them. We use them for regime change operations. This is where I've been really disappointed in a lot of the conservative media over the past 72 hours, parroting all of these FBI and CIA talking points. Wait a minute, we slam the FBI and the CIA on a regular basis as murderous organizations and corrupt organizations, right, on this show. They don't have the American interest at heart at all. They target Americans, and yet then the FBI and the CIA come out with information and talking points about ISIS, and the conservative media runs and say, oh, well, the FBI says. What? What the hell happened to you people?
Fair use, fair use. My thoughts and comments on this subject, on this media source.
Wake up. So Mike Turner was on CBS's Face the Nation on Sunday when he stated that the FBI and other intelligence agencies know for certain that ISIS and other terrorist groups are operating on U.S. soil. Listen to Turner.
Chair Turner, shortly after that, you said on this program, we have terrorists that are actively working inside the United States that are a threat to Americans. Do you know if there are active terror cells in the United States right now?
Well, I think
right, and ultimately, they're going to talk in circles because that's just what they do. That is what the wicked do. You cannot trust the wicked, as it says here in Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humbleth himself and go crouching. And on these platforms, as you can see, they have the white backgrounds, and they have all the colors and the large digital screens behind them, and they wear the suits and the ties, right? It's all witchcraft to get you to believe their lies. They don't want you to actually pay attention and fact check. And man, like, they just lied about that, and then they came and doubled back on this. And what they want you to do is like forget everything that they just did, forget the last move that they made, right? While they hit you upside the head with another wicked, unrighteous decree, right? As it says in Isaiah 10 and 1. But continuing on. And go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, that thou shalt be unto him as if thou wipest a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Right? Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked wherewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh a wild beast? So the point is, right, when you play around with these different philosophies that they're pushing, these different understandings that they're pushing, and you don't look at them with a spiritual eye, it's easy to be deceived. You might think they're going to pass legislation and fix this thing, right? But as we just went over, Babylon would be healed, but it is not healed. Things are only going to get worse from here.
The issue of cells, and you and I were talking about that at the beginning of the show. Are there individuals that are affiliated with ISIS and terrorist groups and organizations that have crossed the border and they're inside the United States? Director Wray, FBI director, has said so. We certainly have intelligence that says so. I agree with his assessment. Jim has also seen it. He's testified before our committee publicly of that fact. Those individuals are working in conjunction with ISIS with the intention of harming Americans. The director has said it directly.
They are known to U.S. intelligence and law enforcement.
And we are working diligently to try to take them down, to prevent them from doing so. And that's why the director is publicly saying such. And that's what the new administration is going to be handed. The fact that these individuals are here, that we need to locate them, we need to remove them, we need to bring them to justice and prevent them from doing harm to Americans.
Okay, so I'm sorry. The same people that you funded and organized to carry out regime change operations in Syria, Libya, and any other place that you want are now in the United States because you let them come into the United States openly, walk right across the U.S. southern border, so they're here. But now, suddenly, they're not on our payroll anymore. We know exactly where these people are, and now they want us all to be scared, use these false flags as an opportunity to go to war. Of course, Mike Turner, massively corrupt member of the U.S. House of Representatives, and of course associated deeply with the intelligence community. He's there praising Christopher Wray. The guy lied to you. He lied to all of us in front of Congress about January 6th. He's lied to us repeatedly. So now we're trusting Christopher Wray? Really? This is what's happening? Remember when Tucker Carlson had David Grush on to talk about disclosure in the UFO program and found out, of course, that the stonewalling about this program came directly from Mike Rogers and Mike Turner. Watch Tucker's great response. Watch.
At what point will this become public?
So I'm glad you asked that. So I mentioned the Schumer amendments, the UAP Disclosure Act of 23. It's currently in conference. It's part of the fiscal year 24 National Defense Authorization Act, which is what funds the DoD and IC. But right now it's in a perilous position because, as I'm told by staffers on the Hill, the House Armed Services and Intelligence Committees are trying to block it, specifically Mike Rogers and Mike Turner. They believe it's duplicative. It's not going to assist Arrow in any way. However, having
Mike Rogers and Mike Turner.
The Mikes. And the thing is this provides
Two of
them-
the dumbest people in Washington.
So,
Just pure
yeah.
tools of the national security
Yeah,
state.
so it helps them give top cover. It helps them declassify.
Pure tools of
okay?
the national intelligence state. Pure tools of they. So when you see pure tools of the national intelligence state on television, telling you and spinning a narrative, there's a reason that CBS News put these people on this weekend. There's a reason that all of these people have been trotted out on television, Fox News and others. All the legacy media is playing into this narrative, of course, because they are tools of the intelligence state. They get information directly from the intelligence state. That's how it works, the Mockingbird media. Don't fall for it. Tim Burchett doesn't seem to be falling for it, and he published this just today. He said, "We have got to quit funding the Taliban under Donald Trump. $40 million a week goes to our enemies. It's a slap in the face to those who've served." Now, I could go deeper than that, Congressman Burchett. Would love to have a congressman on to talk more about that. But the rot is deep, and they are pushing this narrative on all of us right now. Just get ready for President Trump to come in, and we're going to be, having to face this war with Iran, because that's exactly what the intelligence state does. And these tools of the intelligence community are being used as tools, exactly what they're meant for.
I've got this dream, and you're all in it.
Let's hear it.
With Wells Fargo Premier,
Right, so continuing on, let's go to book of Psalms chapter 49 and verse 11, because they really don't think that this kingdom ever is going to end. They think they'll be able to keep passing, legislation and unrighteous decrees, keep consulting against the chosen seed of the Most High God, and rule their kingdom forever. But this kingdom is about over, right? This is book of Psalm chapter 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names, right? So they don't think this will ever end, right? They're going to, conquer different lands as they conquered this land, right? Change the name to America after Amerigo Vespucci, right? Change the name of the land of Ham, right, to Africa after Leo Scipio Africanus, right? And this is what they do. Continue to make plans, unrighteous decrees, and, continue to take over this world. And they're just fulfilling the blessing, that Isaac bestowed upon Esau through the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, right? They got the fatness of the earth through the sword, as it spoke of, right? But, the wickedness is reaching the skies, roughly paraphrasing the scriptures. And the Most High is ready to switch this regime over, right? And you can just tell it's an ominous feeling in the air that it's not going to be much more time here. So I'm bring out two more precepts. I'm going to close out, Lord willing. Lord willing, this was edifying for some of the, younger brothers and sisters, right? The book of Luke. Actually, I'm going to go to Romans 13 and 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for our salvation is nearer than we believed, right? So, not too much longer, Yahushua is going to be returning to exalt, to enact judgment on this place. They don't have, 500 more years, 10 more years. They may have 10 more years, but the point is, no man knoweth the hour, and I won't profess to know it, but it won't last forever. This thing is coming close to an end, right? We got to be wise and circumspect in this thing. It's the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and stand before the Son of Man. And man, I pray I'm worthy, because we know in this thing, the Lord's already chosen his elect, and whoever he's chosen is the right choice, so sometimes you just don't, you don't fight certain things, but I just want to be found doing what I was told to do, when Yahweh Shah returns, Lord willing, you know. Right, because we know Matthew 24 and verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then the end shall come. So we're just trying to push this doctrine to the end of the world through the spirit and power of the Most High God, with the ability that the Most High God gave us, speak as the oracles of God, and use precept upon precept, as we told in 1 Peter 4 and 11. And with that, Lord willing, there was some edification here for the younger brothers and sisters. You know, giving all praises, glory, and honor to the Heavenly Father Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.